Hey, my name is Mark Combs. I'm the CEO of Healthcare Reporting. I want to give you a real quick down and dirty of what you need to know from a broker's perspective regarding the new drug cost reporting. For those of you guys who know us and what we do, Healthcare Reporting, we have a number of different things we do. Mental health parity, self-insured reporting is a company, ACA Reporting Service is another company. But that's how we found ourselves in the midst of working with drug cost reporting with brokers and TPAs and PBMs. But this is what you need to know from a broker's perspective, because as we talk to brokers, there's a lot of confusion in the marketplace, of course, because this is brand new. It's very reminiscent to 2015 ACA reporting. It's pretty confusing, unfortunately. Now, you can go into the website and you can go here to this Q&A button, or it may be called demo by the time that you get here if we end up changing that on the website. That'll give you a more in-depth view of what this reporting is, but this is kind of the bottom line of where it shakes out real quick. It's called drug cost reporting. So you would think we're talking about drug costs. This is going to be in terms of cost that the PBM has. PBM should have all this data. They don't. There are 8 different data files, and the PBM has the data for almost all the data, and most of the cases all the data, for data files 3 through 8. But the TPA is going to have to handle 1 and 2, and there's some other plan files and narrative files. So when you shake this all out, and we're having conversations with PBMs, when they're looking at their responsibilities, they don't want it to fall back on them, okay? So what they're doing is they're going, all right, well, most of the time that we're seeing right now, they're going, we're not going to report this on behalf of the plan sponsor. Instead, what we're going to do, we're going to create these individual files, and we're going to send them to them so that they can do the reporting on their own. So the PBM is hands off and complete, right? So who does that fall on? It then falls on the TPA as well as you as the broker. And so that's really the situation that we're finding ourselves in. We work with TPAs and streamline to get this thing all the way over the finish line, very similar to what we do at acareportingservice.com, and gathering the information that we have to do, because we have to get some information from the plan sponsor to do the reporting. So without getting into details, this is what you need to know from a broker's perspective. What I would strongly recommend that you do as quickly as possible. You can go to the blog page here, and if you'll scroll down, you'll see brokers use this email template to send to your TPAs and PBMs. You can literally copy and paste this subject as well as this, and what you're going to ask them is who's doing what. Are you going to be sending in this data? The biggest thing that you need to be concerned about, this is a reporting requirement. This is different than like mental health parity. You know, for instance, we have a division obviously that does NQTL analysis. A lot of folks know, but know what? You don't have to report in your NQTL analysis. So it's a little different. You're supposed to have it. You're supposed to have a comparative analysis, but this is different. Anything that's a reporting, because there's going to be a deadline and it either came in or it didn't come in. And so what we're going to find as this year goes on, this calendar year 2022, it's just going to fall back on the brokers, and that's what we want to avoid. So the other thing, too, if you're interested in some of the good things that you can get out of this reporting, there is one blog here called A Gift for Brokers and Plan Sponsors. This will talk about how, depending upon how the PBM reports, you're going to be able to see on a client-by-client basis any service fees that they pulled back, that they were paid from manufacturers or what have you, any PBM spread amounts. What that is that the plan paid $250 for a claim, and only $200 was passed along to the manufacturer. They kept the $50, as well as any rebates that they retained that they did not pass on. So depending upon how they report, this will go through that. That's a gift for sure, because I was a broker for 15 years. I would certainly want to know that information. But you can go to drugcostreporting.com. You can learn more information there. But again, getting those emails out to your TPA and PBMs, real good idea. Thanks.